Does feel a little bit more responsive, I must admit. Oh yeah, I mean it really feels quite sharp actually. Hi guys, and welcome back to Ultra Game World. Today we will be having a look at an unboxing of this Dell 24-inch gaming monitor. That's right, 1080p, 75Hz refresh rate, 2 HDMI connections, display port and a VGA port. It's nice that it has 2 HDMI ports so that you can maybe have like your console on one and then your PC on the other. Let's have a quick little look at the box. Now I might have to do the overhead camera here to be able to get like a full view. It is very big. So yeah, that's again quite a plain design. If we have a look to the back, it has actually got a little bit of damage on this box, but it might have been a little bit of damage in shipping, but I think the monitor's going to be fine, and let's obviously hope. So actually it only has two HDMI and the VGA. Hasn't actually got a display port, unfortunately. Like I say, 24-inch 1080p 75Hz monitor. The main benefit of this, the main sort of selling point of this monitor, I would say, is the HDMI 2 ports. So let's look at the actual model number that we have. It's the SE2417HGX. Now I do really hate how monitors are kind of labelled like this, and there's all kind of gobbledygook with the product name. I wish they kind of you know, keep it a little bit more normal names and just sort of say like the Dell Predator something or another, or the Dell, I don't know, Cheeks or something, or I don't know, something. Just give it some kind of name or something. Maybe differentiates it from just the 245 blah blah. Who cares? I mean, it's just like just a really weird sort of naming convention there. So let's crack on with the unboxing. Grab my trusty Stanley knife there. Have a little look inside. Okay, that opens nice and easy. That's just going to come out. Okay. Okay, great. Okay. Which side's which? That's the left side's down. Look under here. So the accessories we get. Okay, so we do get our standard UK pin power cable. There's also a European one by the looks of it, but obviously won't be using that. We have a stand here, which we'll have to assemble. And that actually looks pretty nice actually, with the silver there. Yeah, that actually doesn't look too bad. The instruction booklet and a HDMI cable. So not bad. That's what you'd expect with the monitor. So sometimes I don't put HDMI cables, which is really annoying, but it's nice to have one there. Let's just get all this boxing out of the way, and then let's try and assemble this monitor. So here we go. As you can see, that I think this is going to slot into the base here like that. Should be relatively simple, I think. Yeah, that just clicks in. Okay, that's nice in there. Yep. Really happy that's solid enough. So now I believe we just slot in the screen. There we go. So we're in. we go. Let's just take off all the excess here, all the protection. I mean, it looks perfectly fine to me, the screen, so I'm happy with that. There's the peel. Nice. I think we're all done there. So yeah, let's get around here. And I can't quite see that all in the shot, but it's a fairly wide monitor, obviously 24-inch, so it is taking up a fair amount of room. The back does look quite glossy actually, and actually quite nice. It's already got quite a lot of dust already, but this is a little bit of a dusty room, so you have to apologise for that. You won't be able to see them probably, but you'll be able to see them on that shot, maybe not. I'll try and get the overhead view if not. But yeah, the two HDMI ports there, and the VGA, and obviously your power. And it has got a headphone jack actually as well. Right. So I'll now get my gaming PC in, and we'll see what this monitor can do. So here we are, switched over onto the monitor now. This is the only kind of angle that I got to work, which actually kind of went wow, so you could actually see this. Let's just get rid of that. Let's just get rid of some of this other stuff which we don't need for now. What we're going to do is we're going to test CSGO, but just before I do that, we'll have a little talk about the monitor. So some of the things which I've kind of not been too happy with. The stand is not great. It supports it well and it's fine, but there's no height adjustment and there's no sort of like tilt. You certainly couldn't get it like the full 90 degrees tilt or anything like that. It's static where it is. It can't be moved up and down, so it is a bit annoying. I'm just going to have to pause this download because we don't want that. So yeah, that's a little bit annoying. Like I say, it does have the two HDMI ports. We're currently using HDMI 2. It doesn't really matter which one you use, and it has the VGA as well. It doesn't have a display port, which again, okay, it's only a £100 monitor, but I would like to see a display port in 2021. Let's have a quick little look at the menu. You might not be able to see this very well. I'm just going to try and do this as best as I can. I mean, the camera angles, unfortunately, it's just quite difficult recording monitors. So you just click this little button here, and then you go to the menu. So you press the other button, the button next to it. Your brightness contrast, we're on 75 at the moment, and it certainly looks bright enough to me here. Let's go down, input source, so we can see we're on HDMI 2, and there's also auto select, so that's nice. Color, if we go over to these preset modes, we can actually go FPS game. So I don't know what that's going to do. I'm going to leave on FPS game and see what that's like. If we come back, not too bad navigation with the menu, but I wouldn't say it's over. I wouldn't say it's over great. It's perfectly fine. The sort of on-screen display, but I have seen better. But then I have seen worse. And the buttons at the front here, they potentially might get a little bit damaged or what have you. But I prefer the buttons at the front there than at the bottom. I think they're fine at the front. Also, the on button has a little white LED. I don't know if you can see that from there, but it has a white LED rather than like a sort of blue or anything like that. That's quite nice. It's quite different. The bezels, I would say, probably for 2021 are perfectly fine. Maybe a little bit bigger than normal, but they're perfectly fine for me. I do think the base, although the stand is not very good, the base is certainly secure enough, and I mean the monitor's certainly not going anywhere. Again, I would have liked to see the height adjustment, but hey, it's a £100 monitor. But we've already changed this over to 75 Hertz. I'll just make sure, or show you at least, that everything is fine. If we just go to our display adapter, monitor, 75 Hertz, we're all good. So we're at 75 Hertz. Let's see what CSGO can do. So we're in CSGO now. Let's load up Dust 2, see what it's like. So just going to start recording here so you'll be able to see this as well. Currently sitting about 150, 140 frames per second. Does feel very smooth actually. I wouldn't say that I can notice a big difference from 75 Hertz to 60 right now, but let's get into the game and see what happens. 3, 2, 1, and action. Let me see. Well, I didn't buy anything, but that's perfectly fine. I haven't played CSGO in a while, so I'm going to be a little bit rusty at this. My team aren't actually too bad, so that's nice. Yeah. What? Okay, so we only got 34 ping, so that's nice. So it's not going to affect us from the ping side. Let's see when we get into another match.
Let's go.
I wouldn't say there's a massive jump between the 60 to 75, but it does feel that little bit more smoother actually. Yeah.
Grenade.
That was a nice shot there actually, I reacted well. Nice. 2 shots, 2 down.
I'm throwing a grenade.
Does feel a little bit more responsive, I must admit. Oh yeah. I mean, it really feels quite sharp actually. I mean, I'm no great CSGO player, but I'm actually doing alright here, and I certainly noticed the jump from 60 FPS to, well, sorry, 60 Hertz to 75 Hertz. I can feel it already, actually. I feel there's just that millisecond or two, a little bit more responsive. Nice. Damn. People on high refresh rate monitors must be getting a huge advantage. Oh, okay, that's more like it. That's more my usual standard. But yeah, I mean, pretty impressed with 75 Hertz. I mean, feels already just a leap up. I mean, this is really why you buy this monitor. If it was only 60 Hertz at £100, I mean, I think that's just a clear no. You are obviously sacrificing, because you get the 75 Hertz, you're obviously sacrificing like the stand, and there's no Vaser mount as well. Did I mention that? I maybe didn't mention the Vaser mount, but here we go. Actually, hey, I come first. Sir talks a lot with most eliminations. If you didn't know, Sir talks a lot. Although I don't talk a lot, but anyway, we won't go there. Just finish off this match. Well, maybe not match, but just finish off this round, and then we'll exit out. Probably get killed straight away. Oh, yeah. Nice. Headshot. Good shot. And there we go. That's more like it. Although And that didn't do too bad for someone who hasn't played CSGO for ages, but yeah. So yeah, overall, what do I think about this monitor? For £100, perfectly okay. It is very crisp and it does look great, but obviously you would expect that it's a brand new monitor and a fairly new monitor. I mean, viewing angle wise, I mean, I've not done too much viewing angle wise, but I would say overall for a TN panel, it's actually okay. And certainly when you're straight on it, as I am, you haven't got a problem at all. And that's great. Yes, it would be nice if this was an IPS. Of course, everyone want an IPS, but TN panel, it's perfectly fine. 75 Hertz is obviously what sells this monitor. Without that, I think it's certainly a no. With the 75 Hertz, it has, it does make that little bit when you're playing games. You just get that little bit extra and a little bit more responsiveness. And I certainly would one day want to try a 144 Hertz monitor. I think that would be quite an experience. I mean, probably the graphics cards and what I have and my PCs probably aren't spec-wise up to that. For 144 Hertz, you're going to need a really quite a high-spec machine. Otherwise, you're just not going to get that. But we were around sort of 150 to 130. We're kind of hovering around there, which is actually pretty good. It's only a 1050 Ti I've got in my system here, so and a Ryzen 3200G, so it's nothing special, spec wise. Sorry, but yeah, I do think overall, yeah, I'd say we would buy this, but obviously if you're someone who absolutely needs a stand, or if you want to have a Vaser mount, so you can get like a monitor arm and have it clipped onto like a wall or something like that, or what have you, then this monitor's not going to be for you, and it is certainly more at the budget end for monitors. I would certainly say initially, I've not really seen a lot of high-end monitors, but I certainly think you can certainly tell there is a little bit like a budget end to this monitor. Overall, the design of it does look quite nice, so yeah, I'd say go and buy this. If you can spend like say 150, 170 or something like that, I'd probably just get the 144 Hertz 1080p monitor and try and get one with the stand, which is obviously adjustable, height adjustment and swivel. I mean, like I said, it hasn't even got any swivel either, so you can't even tilt it like a little bit. It's just nothing, and it is disappointing. It's what really does let down the monitor. If it had a decent stand, I'd say 100% this is a great buy, but without the stand, I can't really. Well, I don't know. I would say yes. It's perfectly fine, but I'd say it's probably on the market. There's just going to be better monitors out there, so I'd probably just try and spend the extra little sort of 20, maybe even up to 50 quid, and just get yourself something better. Either that, or you could just drop down. If you just want a 60 Hertz, you could get one for like only like 80, 70 quid now. So well, pounds. Sorry, should I say, not quid? But yeah. Overall, I think that wraps it up, guys. I want to thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.